everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Alexis Christine. On this channel, I post floral design tutorials, flower videos. I have like a whole Jumpstart Your Floral Design Career playlist. So if you are interested in becoming a florist, working with flowers, definitely subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every week. So I'm bringing you guys a really fun video today. So I'm actually going to kind of like expose myself a little bit and show you guys like my old flower arrangements from 2014 to 2018. It'd be really cool to make this video because I think it's important for you all to see like where I started to where I am now. So that way you know as well that like you gotta start somewhere and one day you will start to really get the hang of things and really start making your designs look beautiful and just like fabulous. So just to warn you guys, some of them are pretty freaking ugly. Like you gotta remember during this time, like people weren't really doing garden style arrangements at the time between like, I would say like 2010 to 2020, like people weren't really doing that just yet. They're gonna look kind of old fashioned and very tight and round, which is very different than the style I do nowadays. I like to have like a lot of like free form and things poking out everywhere. I like to do like that really cool asymmetrical design when I do my flower arrangements. Another thing is, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys probably have seen some of these pictures already, but I am going to show you guys some new fun pictures that I didn't share on my Instagram. So definitely stay tuned and watch the whole video through. But let's get started, guys. This first picture, oh God. Jeez. This first picture is this blue and white standing spray. It's pretty, it is. I love the colors. I love all the texture that I decided to use. The only thing I really don't like is how everything is just so like fireworky. Looks like everything was very intentional and I don't really like flower arrangements like that. Something else I also want to add, all these arrangements I'm showing you guys, I was between the ages of like 15 and like 18 years old. So this bride's bouquet, it's pretty. It's not like perfectly round. It could be a little rounder. It's like a little teeny lopsided. Really the only thing I would change is filler flower that I'm using. Like I have like wax flower and it looks like Queen Anne's lace. I don't know. To me, those are just two kind of totally different elements and I kind of feel like they're clashing a little bit. And tree fern. Oh my God, I can't believe I put tree fern in a bridal bouquet. So this large purple arrangement, yeah, so another thing I want to add in, a lot of the work you guys are about to see is funeral work, unfortunately, because the flower shop that I work at does a lot of funerals. This is a funeral piece you are seeing here. It's like one-sided, really just like no focal flower, I would say. Like I think I should have put like a rose or something, but I just kind of feel like everything's very flat. It looks kind of like it's all like one color, like there's really no dimension. So yeah, this was, I believe, 2015. Oh my gosh, this bride was actually insane. So this bride wanted a cascading bouquet for herself and then a cascading bouquet for all 10 of her bridesmaids. Like, can you imagine making 11 cascading bouquets, guys? It was a nightmare, but this was actually my first cascading bouquet ever. I do like it. Again, everything looks kind of tight. I would probably just give it a little bit more movement. I like to have my arrangements be more free-flowing. Okay, so this little yellow boutonniere, this was actually kind of an experiment. So this wasn't really for anyone. I was just kind of like messing around with things. I would change about this is that I feel like all of the roses are just all kind of the same size and it kind of looks like a clown's bouquet. Not a bouquet, a clown's boutonniere. Varying sizes in the spray roses I think is something that I would do next time and something that I actually currently do today. All right, so this is another boutonniere I made. Again, I was just experimenting. Fun fact, guys, don't use mums or anything like that to make boutonnieres. They just do not last very long. And by the end of the night, they end up looking like crap. Definitely don't add mums or have like a mum boutonniere. It just doesn't really look good. But, oh, the football arrangement. Okay, so again, this is another funeral piece, but this was actually pretty cool. I think it really looks like a football. I don't really think I would change anything about this. I think this is like pretty cool, so yeah. Oh God. Okay, so the football was cool, and then this guitar, not so much. What would I change about this? Literally everything. This is honestly like pretty terrible, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Like the strings are just like all over the place. We ended up not sending this out. My boss ended up remaking it because it was just so bad. It's just too fluffy. Whatever kind of fluffy, scattery daisy that is, it's just a bit too much. So I think if I were to do this again, I would use carnations, just so that way everything's a little more tight knit and it's not so like, because I feel like it just looks kind of like a hairy guitar and it looks really ugly. More funeral flowers, because that's literally all we do. I will say that now in 2021, we are no longer using those like ugly, like white plasticky cans. We're still using white plasticky cans, but they're like prettier in design, so it makes the overall arrangement look better. Just with this arrangement, everything looks very placed. It looks very like, just like boop, 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 boop. Like everything is just kind of like fireworky. I'm gonna cluster my hydrangea a little closer together. This was, okay, another attempt at a corsage. Back in the day, like for proms and all that, kids used to really just get like corsages. This was a prom corsage for my friend. Her favorite flower was daisies. That's why I added a daisy. I know I just told you guys not to use like daisies and mums in your boutonnieres and corsages, but she really wanted it, so I did that. I think the only thing I really messed up at would probably be using those like fake awful greens. Oh god, the flower shop I work at was like really big on using those like fake greens back in the day. Since then I now put like real eucalyptus and real greens, and I feel like it just makes the overall corsage look way more quality, so something to keep in mind. Ooh, okay, so this is actually one of my favorite bouquets. This was actually, believe it or not guys, a prom bouquet. Girlfriend got peonies, she got Gerber daisies, roses, heather, like she really had it all. So I thought this was very pretty. Yeah, I don't think I'd really change anything out of this. So another basket arrangement. Yeah, I mean, I have a good use of like the triangle method. I think this is actually probably one of the better baskets I've made back in the day. The only thing really throwing me off is that white hydrangea at the bottom. I probably would have just clustered it a little together. To me, it kind of looks very far apart, but I think this is kind of pretty actually. Like everything, again, it's very placed, but it's also very balanced. So I did a good job with that. Okay, so now we're kind of like, as these arrangements go, we're kind of getting closer to like 2018. So this is like a 2016 arrangement. So this is like pinks and whites. I really like this. I like how I clustered my alike flowers together. So like my Gerber daisies are like clustered. I think I would probably just add like some taller flowers in the back just to kind of really bring it out more, but I think it's pretty. I like it. Wait, this little like yellow and Gerber arrangement. This is pretty. Maybe too many focal flowers. I think like the gerbs and the sunflowers, like it's kind of a lot. So I think maybe next time what I would do is just put in like a little smaller secondary flower, like maybe a yellow spray rose, even a white spray rose. So this is a casket spray. This is like a really popular color selection. So the flower shop I work at, he has like a booklet of like flower arrangements that we can do for funerals. And this one right here is like by far the most popular one we get, and it's a pain because it's so colorful and so hard to make. I'd say one of my first times doing it like really well, so I am very proud of this casket spray right here. I think it's really nice. It's very balanced. Okay guys, so this picture right here is actually very important. So this was my first garden style bouquet, and as you can see, it was not very pretty. I feel like the flowers themselves were very pretty, but just how I executed was not very pretty. So like the biggest things that I feel like are important to take away from this bouquet is that everything is very tight and on one level. And what I would do differently is I would bring things out. So we have literally everything all on one level, and the only thing poking out of there is the amaranthus. And I feel like what I would do differently next time is just, yeah, have everything on different heights and levels, maybe more greens and foliage. I see I used, what is this called? Dusty Miller and Floral. My number one tip to you guys would just to be to put your flowers on different heights and levels. Try not to have everything be so tight and round, because that really just doesn't look gardeny. It looks more like a tight and round bouquet. Okay, so this bunny honestly haunts my dreams. He is so freaking creepy. I don't know why someone would order this, but it was probably like an Easter thing, I think. My boss has like this awful habit of like putting the worst pictures of me on his Instagram for the flower shop, so I like pulled out of it, but instead he just got all my boobs, so you know, whatever. But yeah, this is like the bunny that haunts my dreams to this day. Yes, another picture of my boss just freaking putting me in his Instagram, and I covered my face, and instead I ended up exposing my very large forehead. But yes, this is a bouquet I made. So what I would do next time is I would put some spray roses or just like another element. I didn't make the formula for this bouquet. Like my boss like got all the flowers and was like, here, make a bouquet with what you have here. So I did that. But yeah, I would add in like some spray roses or maybe like some scabiosa, just like a nice like tall, like looser element just to make it a little more gardeny so everything's not just like roses. Ooh, okay, so now we are moving into 2018. So I left my hometown flower shop for a year and I worked at a big wedding and events company where they strictly only do weddings and events. And I will say that this is probably where I did the most growing. I feel like this company really taught me how to make like my garden style centerpieces. They taught me how to like really just make everything look beautiful and lush. So I will give them credit for that, but like, it was low-key the worst job I ever had. So this was a centerpiece that I did for a farm style wedding. I really like it. Again, as you can see, I'm starting to like incorporate like the higher end flowers like the scabiosa. I'm starting to work with like seeded eucalyptus and dusty miller. So I really think this is beautiful. Ooh, okay, so this is a pave styled bouquet. This is just what this bride wanted in particular. Love how I started to use like the ranunculus and the freesia. You can start to see that I'm like moving into like higher and nicer style arrangements just by the flowers that I'm using. So yeah, I think this is really beautiful. I think I did a really good job like balancing it out and making it very circular. And now we are transitioning into our cascading bouquets. So these are not my favorite to do. I honestly hate doing cascading bouquets, but if you ask me to make one, I'll make you one, but ugh, I don't like doing them. But I love this. I think this is so beautiful. And what her thing was, she was like a beach theme. So like the corals, and as you can see like in the picture right there, there's like little sea stars and like, not sea stars, starfish. What the heck is a sea star? Okay, so this centerpiece, it was actually a video on Snapchat, but like it just won't load, so I don't really know what's going on here. I really came a long way with this one. These like higher, taller centerpieces are something that I always saw other people doing, and I was just like, wow, like can't wait till I get there. So this is like one of my first higher standing centerpieces. So I really think I did a really good job with like making it like look very gardeny. I love all the greens and the dimension that I used here. But this bouquet was another one of like my gardeny style arrangements for 2018. It's really cool in my opinion. I really like it. I love the usage of the quicksand roses. I think it's very beautiful. I guess my only real thing would be just maybe to put things on more different heights and levels. I kind of feel like the bouquet itself is just a little tight. These are some of the arch arrangements I've done. I really like this one. I think it's super cool. I love how the greens are like cascading from one side and going to another side. At the time when I was working at this place, like we could really only use so many flowers. Like we really couldn't use like anything outside of the formula they would give us. But I think what I would change is just maybe adding like some spray roses, or like another element is just roses and hydrangea I see. Oh, a cake, finally. Okay guys, so I absolutely love decorating cakes. I think it's like one of the most beautiful ways to incorporate flowers into your wedding is to also add it onto your cake. So this bride right here wanted the entire left side or right side or whatever side of the cake this is on. She wanted the entire side of the cake filled with flowers in her color scheme. So that was my job. I did this like really beautiful. Love the usage of the green hanging amaranthus, just like cascading over the sides of the cake. I think it's very beautiful. I really like this centerpiece because it has curly willow in it, and I really am starting to like incorporate that more into my designs in 2021. And I really just like how this overall arrangement is very balanced. Like I've got snapdragons on one side, and then to balance out that side, I have delphiniums. All right guys, so there you have it. Those are some of the key flower arrangements I made from 2014 to 2018. Those are just like some of the things I did over the years, some of the things that stuck out to me. I'm sorry some of the picture quality was so bad. This was like 2016 Snapchat quality cameras, like sorry. That is where I started. And if you guys want to see some pictures of like the work that I've done in 2021, definitely follow me on Instagram at Flowers by Alexis. I will link my Instagram and all my social medias in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram at Flowers by Alexis, and I will see you all soon with another video. Bye!